the two of us. We can try. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, or as I like to call it, officially, happy Maple Leaf fans turning into Edmonton Oiler fans. Yes, the Americans are probably like, what the hell are you guys talking about? We're talking about hockey. Of course, the Leafs lost. That sucks, especially if you're a Leaf fan. Both of us tonight are not Leaf fans, so I could care less. However, I'm a Rangers fan, and they're in Game 7 right now, so I'm a little nervous because they're down 3-2. So if anybody wants to, let me know how the game is going, I would appreciate it. Oh, shit. Okay, it's 3-3. Somebody just told me it's 3-3. It's 3-3. Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. But yeah, we're here to talk comics, so let's get it going. New comic book day, comic news, and then, guys, because we couldn't do Doctor Strange, we couldn't talk about it, and I know a lot of people have already talked about it. Final rating, I guess. So we just did Moon Knight. Now we're going to do Doctor Strange, and then we're going to get into Star Wars stuff, right? So you guys know the deal. When there's shows or movies coming, we don't do spec. It's just kind of more of a rating and talking about that. So let's bring in the guy who's going to be helping me tonight. He is none other than Mr. BC. What's up, man?
How much you? Yo, massive weekend. We had 5 Game 7s. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm watching it on my phone. The Rangers game. I gave Newbie the 3-3 backstage. But yeah, man, epic weekend. Tons of great hockey. We had great weather here too, man. Like, guys, I will be honest. I had White Claw for the first time. All right, everyone's been talking about that drink, saying, "Yeah, don't drink that." It's sneaky. It is a sneaky drink. That's all I'm gonna say.
Basically, ladies and gentlemen, BC is drunk right now. That's pretty much what he's trying to say.
Like almost.
Yeah, man. Like you said, 5 games in hockey.
5 Game 7.
5 Game 7s. We have Game 7 right now. 2 of them actually in NBA as well. So it's been busy. 30 degrees today. So today I went hunting with my guy, Mr. Cruz. Just Cruz. And I'm surprised he didn't take any photos. But ladies and gentlemen, shorts and flip-flops are out. Full season now. The weather's just too nice, so all the sandals, all the flips are out. So if you see me, you're gonna be seeing me in flip-flops from here on out. So
it's terrible.
Yeah. I can just imagine people are just gonna be taking pictures of like my feet, and then people who don't know me are gonna be like, dude, are you like a foot model or something? I'm like, no, there's just some crazy people out there. But
Newbie, be honest with me. Do you play ball in sliders?
Like basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I warm up and stuff, like when Keys is coming to my house and we're just shooting hoops, yeah, I'm in sandals, man. I don't.
No.
Yeah, man. So, dude, even when we play soccer, like I play soccer in pretty much bare feet, man. Like,
wow. So you're like, I guess you're gonna take on the mantle of Toby Bryant. That's what we're gonna call you, Toby Bryant.
Too soon. But listen, new comic book day, comic news, and Doctor Strange. We're going to get into all of that. If you haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's been 2 weeks now. So yeah, I think it's a good time. Also keep in mind, guys, in 2 weeks time, there is a show in Mississauga, big show. And then next month, June 26th, there is a big, massive show in Toronto. So I hope everybody can be there. There is going to be over 100 vendors. And guess what? Here's the best part. It is all comics. It's no Funkos. It's no action figures. It's no swords. It's no manga. It's no anime. It's comics. 100 vendors of comics. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Noob, you look a little excited. June's pretty far away. Guess what? That's my birthday. So, yeah, I'm going to be, on cloud 9. I'm going to be at a show, massive show around comics, around good people on my birthday. So it's going to be a good day, man.
With White Claws?
No, I don't do White Claws, man. I do Bud Light Lime and Corona. That's pretty much it. Dude, all the beer stores around here sold out of Corona. So Bud Light Lime. Yeah.
Times are rough, bro.
Times are rough, man. But yeah, let's get it started. Let's say hello to the chat and then let's go. Mr. Empire, que lo que? What's going on, bud? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you in here again. We got to get you back on. You know this. I tell you this all the time, but we'll make it happen. Mr. Dan Delatorre with the silver. Mr. Just Cruz. I'll take the bronze, but my Celtics will take the gold. I love Cruz. He's my brother, but he's a Celtics fan. I'm a Heat fan. I don't know if this dynamic is gonna work for the next 2 weeks. So if you guys see us at the show on the 29th and we're not as friendly, It's just because of basketball. Don't worry. In a month's time, we'll be fine. Mr. Uncanny Swag, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Mr. Michael Baker, yeah, 72-32. Yeah, we were just flicking through the channels, and at half, Phoenix had 27 points. That's insane. That is like insane. Gonna be a good series between Celtics and the Heat. Go Heat, yeah, dude. Dude's a Heat fan too, man. So much appreciated. Mr. Bernard, how you doing, brother? Bleeker, what's going on, man? Hope you had a good Sunday, man. Good weather, so hopefully a lot of people came out to the flea market. Just cruise, damn it. I'm thinking / hoping this goes game 7. Love the intensity by the teams, but it pushes that far. I say Heat in 7. Listen, I want to see the Warriors win again if it's not Miami. I'm going to say that right now. So
yeah,
just saying. Let's see who else is in here. Mr. TKO, go Leafs, go golfing, go fishing. Yo, I was in Toronto this just today, basically, and like, man, it was quiet. Nobody mentioned
dude,
Leafs. It was
the amount of memes that were dropping like seconds after was just incredible.
yeah. That nacho cheese is
like
probably my favorite. That's like 3 years in a row now. That one like literally comes out now. There's a video. Did you see the video? My wife kind of showed it to me. It's on TSN, and it's the guy talking in like all Leafs gear, and he's like, "Yeah, man, yeah, next week or next year, yeah." And then he goes inside, comes out with like all Edmonton gear. Yo,
I didn't see that.
That's legit. Like, dude, I was laughing, man. But that's legit. Everybody in Canada right now. So, Mr. Rush Die Hard is in the house, man. How you doing, brother? Uncanny X Dan TK Vlogs. I think I saw he just said he's going to be at the show. Newbie's floppy maple leaf feet. Hey, I'm not a Leaf fan, man. So just cruise, brah. Why am I going to take a pic of your feet? That's gross. I didn't say you. Rush Die Hard. I can make the 26th of June. Oh, okay, sweet, dude. Yeah, so that's where it's at. So yeah, hopefully you can make it. We can meet up. I'm hoping to meet a lot more people. 100 vendors. So I'm hoping if anybody sees a Tales of Suspense 39 there, it's mine. I already called it. If anybody's ever hunted with me, you know, you could be on the other side. Like Cruz will be like, "Oh, yo, what is?" I'm like, "I called it. That's what I'm looking for." You know what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty funny. Newbie turning 45. I ain't turning 45.
Older than that. Come on.
Come on, man. Great golfing beer, Newbie. Yeah, exactly, right? You gotta be careful out there in the golfing weather, man. Like, some of the beers could take you, pretty far. Mr. Justin, watching Newbie while I'm packing Whatnot. Guys, if you guys aren't familiar with Whatnot, if you're not familiar with Justin, make sure you guys go check him out. He's got a great show, great stuff. The Comic Con podcast as well. Him and Mr. Zach from Lord of the Long Box, they roll there too. Make sure you guys go check him out, especially if you're into Star Wars. This guy is like a guru. I am. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm like a Panwan.
Oh no.
I'm gonna shut up because as soon as you said it, I can only imagine.
No.
How do you pronounce it?
By the way, bro, there's 36 seconds.
3-3.
Still 3-3, but yeah, you're learning. You're a young Jedi, so you get it.
I don't know if I'm there yet. Dab, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Yeah, dude, this is not going so well for Phoenix. He's dying.
You killed the man.
Fixing Doomsday Clock. Oh man, this guy's back at it. Okay. Yeah, Doomsday's great. Doomsday, that. Yeah. All right. So you can just go on to the next show. But appreciate you being here, man. Jesus, Newbie, just stop. All right. Well, let's get it going, man. New comic book day. Light week, medium week, heavy week. What are you thinking, BC?
Oh, dude. I'm gonna say medium. There's some good stuff dropping. I don't know if look, spec wise, I would say me, but there's some good reads dropping, good books. I'm excited.
I think spec wise, there's maybe like 1 or 2. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I would say about that. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Nothing too actually. I don't even think there's much, but hey,
man, listen, these are the weeks though, and we've had this conversation. These are the weeks when like it seems like there's nothing spec. Like one book is just gonna jump out and just be like $1,000 book, and then 2 years from now, we'll be like, man, why didn't we get fucking 50 copies of it?
Probably, but
this is the way it works.
But yeah, we'll let everybody be the judge here too while we discuss. So let's get into it.
Let's do it. All right, Newbie verse 92. Guys, I do want to give you guys a heads up. We're nearing 100, and I think we're gonna go 100 strong shows. However, I do think that there might be, I don't know if it's gonna be in July or in August, just because I've got like 2 bachelor parties, 2 weddings, my wedding, Terrificon. Yeah, I said it, Terrificon. I got lots going on at the end of July into August. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I might pre-record the Sunday one, just because I don't want to cancel. I like, hanging out. I don't know, the amount of energy I'll have. So just be on the lookout. But I do want to get to 100 before we start, kind of pre-recording, and it's only going to be for a short period. It's not going to be a long-term thing. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there, because I do need a little bit of a break. So yeah.
It's unacceptable. I think it's full of shit. I'm gonna be honest with
you. What's going on, man? How you doing? All right, let's get it going, man. First up, channel sponsor, Back in Time Comics. You guys already know, one-stop shop for everything. CGC authorized dealer as well. Guys, I'm telling you right now, he sends the books quickly. Like, you get your books pretty fast. I'm already working on getting my books back. They're only been out for like 3.5 weeks. Like, it's crazy. I fast-tracked, but nevertheless. Brandon does a really good job. He's got Facebook live shows. So he does like flaker sales the day before New Comic Book Day. And then on Saturdays, he just does like a spec and like a reader stuff. So make sure you guys go check out his Facebook and Instagram. If you need more information, there you go. His Instagram right there, BIT Comics. And then the Facebook chat, Back in Time Comics and Collectibles. I believe he's at like 690 as followers. So let's maybe get him to 700. I want to see that number get to 1,000, but let's do it. And of course, Mr. Bleeker St Comics, $10 a press, $5 a clean. Make sure you guys go get all your books for She-Hulk, Riri, press cleaned right now from Bleeker, and then send them off with Back in Time, because you're going to need those books by August, September, October, because things are going to be heating up. Also, on that note, I do want to say right now, I am calling it right now.
Oh, boy.
I'm calling it right now. Black Panther trailer, July 4th. That weekend, that's when it's going to drop. I just have a feeling. I had like an epiphany, and it happened. I don't even know what an epiphany means or what it is, but I had one, and I'm telling you right now, I think that's when it's going to happen. So
I just want to give the chat some statistics, because Newbie is like 0-500 on these predictions because
I've been pretty good on all the movie/trailer stuff. I've been pretty good, man. Like, usually when we talk about it the next day. So I don't know. I just kind of have a feeling.
You missed it with Thor. I remember that one.
I think everybody missed it with Thor, dude.
It came out of nowhere.
So
all right. I'm bugging you. Don't cry. Whoa.
What? Yeah.
Right away.
We're switching up the show, and we're gonna be doing Dynamite Pick of the Week first, just simply because Tim's usually late, so then he can't judge. but no. So the Dynamite Pick of the Week, we kind of switch it. Usually I do it at the end. I'm going to do it right now. More fun that way. But yeah, Dynamite Pick of the Week is always just eyeball test. I literally just like the cover, and that's what I'm going with. Obviously, Dynamite comes out with crazy amounts of books, so I just pick one. This week's winner for Dynamite Pick of the Week in the Newbieverse is Jennifer Blood. Yes, Jennifer Blood, number 8, cover M. I just like it. I don't know. I'm biased with the black covers. Yeah, she could put my sword away anytime, if you know what I mean.
It kind of gives me the Last Ronin vibes. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think I kind of got that too, man. Yeah.
But okay.
So, we'll see. Mr. RP, dude. RP, I was in his neighborhood. Me and Cruz were in his neighborhood today. He came to meet with us. He had some family stuff and this and that. He came out, met with us for a few minutes. We shot the shit, and we said our goodbyes, but we will be seeing him in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, it was nice of him to come out and just hang, even for a few minutes, man. I appreciate it, RP. The hospitality in your city is very nice, by the way. About to put it on my calendar for that black. Yo, Dab, I'm telling you right now. I have a feeling. I think it's gonna be there. So
I expect Dab to come the day after on the show and be like, "No, you're like 0-501."
All right, guys, let's kick it off. IDW. Now, these have always been super popular, and rightfully so. A lot of people just collect them. You kind of see these pop up a little bit more when people have a set of them, right? Like that's usually what happens. You don't really see these on the secondary market like as a flip. A lot of people just kind of collect these for the set, and then you see them on eBay or wherever you buy comics. But Rat King #1, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say you are grabbing this. Hyper's grabbing this. Face is grabbing this. All the turtle people have to be grabbing this.
I am. Again, we're gonna give Newbie statistics. I'm not grabbing this, so guys, take note. No, dude, look, I understand the whole best of stuff, and you know they're really pumping Rat King stuff right now, and for a good reason. If you're reading the comics, I'm sure you have an idea, but I think the only one to really take off in the secondary market was the Raphael one. That one really took off, but
I think that's the only one that really took off, like solo, right?
Yeah, but I'm not picking it up. Face is picking it up. He's openly saying this now, but but I'm passing on this one, man.
I'm gonna pass on it as well.
Yeah, and they usually just put together the stories of this character and drop it in one, so it gets you up to speed.
Yeah. Also, the $5.99 price tag. I'm getting too accustomed to paying $3.99 for books. I don't want to do it for $5.99. You know, even last week, was it last week or the week before that? You know, everybody was going nuts, including yourself, right? Because we had the news about the last Ronin. You know, first cover appearance and first appearance. I mean, it's still on shelves, right? So I mean, I'm not jumping on anything crazy. The only Ninja Turtle stuff I'm buying, you know, 127, 128. Those are kind of the last ones I picked up. So,
but I will be honest, Noob, maybe for yourself, but here locally, these ones I barely see them on the shelves. Man.
Really? Yeah, I know they're never on the shelves. Never. Yeah. All right, Alice Ever After #2.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been picking this one up when it first came out. Said it was a good story. There's also a preview of Grimm in it as well, right? So
issue 1.
Yeah, so issue 1. So I think a lot of people were just picking that up. We kind of are in this time frame where previews is a thing and yada yada yada. I don't know, but I have heard good things about this one being a good story as well. So, what are your thoughts, man?
I'll be honest, man. I found issue 1 to be quite an interesting take. Yo, it was pretty sick. If you didn't read it, I suggest it. But I think this is only going to be a 5-issue mini. And if you guys are picking up this book, I highly recommend you pick up the Adam Hughes cover. It's the FOC reveal variant, and I think that's the one to get. I really think that's going to be the one people are seeking. You saw what happened with the first issue. There was the Scott Campbell one. There was a mess up on that end. I think the Hughes one may have been, I don't know if it's under ordered. I think, you know, it'll be harder to get a hold of than cover A and cover B. So
yeah,
try to find it.
Also, I just want to point out something because I noticed it today, and Cruz and RP might have heard me. There's a lot of Superman comics out there, and there's like a lot of Robin, and there's a lot of Hulk 6. I think we should just collect all those and just kind of recycle the paper so we don't have like a shortage anymore. Just, I don't know. Maybe the same people that signed, you know, Adam or Amber Heard to be off Aquaman 2. I think if we get the same people to do this, maybe we won't have a paper shortage.
No, jokes aside, though, ASM 1, Marvel stepped up their game. If they keep this paper quality, I'm going to be happy.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. Low expectations on the paper quality. We'll see. We'll see. All right. We got a #1 alert in DC. We got Shadow Warzone. Are these first appearances on the cover? I've never really seen some of these characters. I'm genuinely asking, but again, I'm not the biggest DC guy, so I just want to get that out of the way right away.
I don't know if you're asking if this is their first cover appearances. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. But just about this book, it's just some more goodness of the whole Shadow War event, as well as some John Boy. John Boy did this cover, but it's a one-shot. It's a one-shot, and you're going to be getting like the origin of Angel Breaker. That's who we met within Shadow War Alpha.
Okay.
So that's where you get that character, and you got the first full appearance of that character in Batman 122. But I don't know. I don't know if this is really a spec book. This is something I'm picking up just for the read. So
one shot DC origin. It's a pass. It's not really, you know, I don't know. No, it's a pass for me, 100%. All right, I think this one could be the winner of the book or the winner of the week.
Really?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm hoping that I can call my guy tomorrow. Big shout outs to Ian, and maybe get this. Like I actually love it.
You're talking this cover, right? This is the
This
one in
cover, yeah.
25.
So this is the one in 25, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pronounce her name because I butchered it afterwards, and
So the mic.
I don't mean any disrespect. I think she's a great artist. I mean, look at this cover. She's a beautiful woman. I started following her on Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this one. I know it's a little bit late, but I don't think the DC heat has really picked up. I kind of like it, man. I really dig this cover.
Yeah, dude, it's up there for cover of the week. I don't know. I don't think there's anything really spec related in this book that, we should be picking up, other than the fact that, yes, I do think that this cover is up there, man. I if you find it for a good price, definitely pick it up. I think it's one of the better covers this week.
So's Menka, right?
So what?
Man, butchering it. God damn it.
So's Menka.
All right. Number one alert in Marvel, guys. And we got Savage Avengers #1. Take a look at those characters that he's rolling with. And then we also got Marvel's voices. It looks like they're going with the Asian this time because it was Latino last time, right?
Yeah, but they've done that before.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, so you were just talking about the Marvel voices, but I'm going to start with Savage Avengers because now this is the second volume, and you're getting an entire new roster, except I'm a little bit puzzled because apparently, I don't know if this is facts or not, but it's interesting because Marvel's apparently losing the rights or licensing to Conan. So
I think it was confirmed today in one of my group chats that I was in. They had messaged everyone being like, "Yo, they lost the rights." So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this character.
Yeah, man, it's just I don't left field to be dropping a new series and then that news drops. I don't know if he's going to be killed off within this run or something's going to happen, but I'm interested in the lineup. I think some of the characters here are cool. You've got obviously Conan, you have Anti-Venom, you have Conan, you have Black Knight, you got Daredevil, the Elektra, it seems. Yep. Weapon H is there, Deathlock, Cloak and Dagger, and I don't know if you saw, I think it was last FOC, the Cloak and Dagger. It was a Frizen cover.
Yes.
That was definitely a hot cover to pick up. But yeah, man. And then I think we're getting a first appearance there as well. I'm not sure.
Might be good to pick it up, but yeah, I'm passing on both of these. Yeah, and the news of Conan doesn't, make me want to get it, not get it. I didn't. I mean, we talk FOC, every week, right? And even 2 weeks ago when we were talking about these books coming up, I mean, like, I none of these really jumped at me, so
I'm gonna be picking them up. It's just like I said, I'm more puzzled right now by Marvel's move of releasing this series with him possibly being gone now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting, man. I don't know. Usually, a lot of us in the community have kind of, realized and taken into consideration that what happens in the comics is usually something that they're setting up for in other places, whether it be them setting up certain characters for you to kind of get familiar with them because you might see them or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we got Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. And BC, you and I we've talked about these black, white, blood covers, especially for the Elektra run. There's been some really, really good ones. We've talked about some of the 1-in-100s that were supposed to come out, and then they changed them because they knew nobody was buying 100 of them. But a lot of these covers have been really good. You wanted to talk about this one in particular.
Yep.
What's the deal?
So every issue of this run's had a different writer, but now we're gonna have Eastman involved on this one, and TMNT crossover possibility. With Eastman behind this issue, solicitation even reads that Eastman, and this is really what it says. It says Eastman gets to turn Hell's Kitchen into his playground, and the results are as radical as you'd expect. Cowabunga, let's get pizza. So I don't know if that's a teaser, but there's the possibility of that happening. There's been lots of rumors of it, and and I've seen somewhat of a preview where you kind of see Elektra, fighting with Raph, which makes perfect sense, right? So I'm pumped as hell. I think, if that's the route this goes, I'm super excited to see this, man.
Elektra with the Ninja Turtles. Okay, somebody, you know what it reminds me of? Like, when, like, well, I don't know if this happened to you, but when like your teacher just came in and like you just weren't paying attention, and they'd be like BC, and you're like, 7, and then they're like, no, this is geography, and you're like, oh, right. Like, I feel like that's what's going on. They're like BC, Elektra with Ninja Turtles.
No, stop.
That's a great idea.
Because last week it's Eastman. There's no freaking way.
Last week we had Jurassic League. 2 weeks before that we had Godzilla and Power Rangers. Then we had like it's just getting crazy. It's like SpongeBob with Batman. Yeah, that'll sell. Like, literally, that's what my thought process is. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right, another one of BC's picks, Star Wars, because I usually don't pick Star Wars. We got Han Solo and Chewbacca. Number 1, I can't remember the issue number for this.
This is issue 2. So basically, the last issue had the first appearance of Han Solo's apparent father, and his name was Ovan, that we met in the last issue. Now, that's how the issue literally ended. I'm curious to see where this one goes, because if that is his dad, as it seems to be, this is not supposed to. I think it's a mini as well, this series. So I'm curious to see where this goes. For reading sake and possible spec, I'm picking it up.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Yeah. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a big Sana Staros fan in Star Wars. Like, that is like my person. So. Yeah, we'll see. $3.99, still cheap. I thought it said $6.99 for a minute, but yeah. All right, another one that could have probably the spec factor if you are waiting for that this week. Thor 25, possibly a villain, correct?
Yeah.
What would we say?
Well, I don't know, because did you read the Banner of War?
No.
From last week? Okay. I actually thought that Banner of War was probably read of the week last week, alongside Grimm.
Grimm was, yeah.
Yeah. I know we shit on Kate's, okay, but I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. It was a good read last week, and I found it solid. They shoved Black Winter stuff and Thanos with the hammer stuff in our face again within that issue, so things are starting to tie together on that end. And then at the end of that issue, Odin shows up and he wants to have a word with Banner, and everybody knows what's happening with Hulk Banner right now. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of things that are tying in now within the not the MCU, sorry, within Marvel Comics. And I'm putting this there. There's, Judgment Day's coming with the Eternals, Avengers, X-Men. Eternals is it on your list for this week?
No.
Okay, well, Eternals 12 is apparently the final issue of this run, so that's coming out this week.
Thanos low print run.
Yeah, man. Thanos is making his final moves to destroy the world and whatever. But obviously, this all ties together. I really think it does. I'm sad to see Eternals 12 actually coming to end, because the run's been absolutely solid as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? Also, there's the Arthur Adams cover with Thanos. I don't know if you saw that one. And it's funny.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay, so it is.
Hold on. Jesus, man.
You just said no.
You're jumping. I wanted to make a surprise. Okay.
Stop.
I really think that this one, there's a lot of people in this community and a lot of YouTubers that say, it's not the book, but it's a book, right? Mm-hmm. I think this could be one of the best covers, not out there ever, but like, dude, this is a dope ass cover, man. Like, I almost I was looking at this and I'm like, I wouldn't even mind getting going to Staples or something and just getting it blown up pretty big, cut the Eternals thing, but, just getting that it's amazing artwork, the gauntlet, everything. I think this is a dope cover, by far.
Arthur Adams is solid. I absolutely love his work. But on FOC, like right now, if you go check, he did the same cover for Fantastic Four issue 44.
44.
And it's the same thing, but it's Doctor Doom. So it's a neat cover as well.
Yeah,
But
I like
yeah,
it,
man. So again, this is coming to an end. This is apparently the last issue. Eternals runs never really make it that far.
No.
Never last. But I really got to say, man, this one has been incredible. I really recommend people pick it up. You got Thanos brought back to life. You got to read it. And I think this all ties together with what's about to happen. So
Yeah, I dig this one, man. I might grab an extra copy just to put it away. I don't know. I'm interested. So I only have one aside, and this is it. This is the one. And it was just simply again because of the cover. I fell in love with it back in FLC, and that was pretty much it. So
do it, man.
You won't do it. All right. Comic news time. Yeah, there's been nothing going on in comics this week. So
that's it. That's the show, guys.
Let's get it going, man. Keeping with that Doctor Strange vibe that we had, Doctor Strange 2 proves Disney does not need China, says CEO Bob Chapek. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I'm not known for, pronouncing names properly. No. I think this is pretty good, and here's why, right? In the past, and I'm not saying Mephisto's coming, I'm not saying certain characters are coming, but like in the past, we weren't able to kind of use certain characters, right? We all knew about, or maybe you don't know, right? But like in China, you can't use like the image or likeness of the devil, right? So like, Mephisto was always out of the, the realm and, things like that. And China, a lot of people assume, in the NBA sports, and Marvel that they do generate a lot of money. And it is true. They got like fucking millions and millions and billions of people. Yeah. But this movie proved that but like they don't need China in order to make a profit. Is it the profit they want? Probably not, but they can still make a profit and people will go see the product. So I think this kind of changes things for like, storylines, characters, what they can say, maybe more sex scenes like Eternals. No, I'm just kidding. Just a lot of these things. And I think that that's going to be really good because then down the road, China's either going to have to accept what has become of the product if they ever, want to be nice down the road. But I do think that this opens up a little bit more for certain character plots, things like that. So I'm kind of excited. I think not like this is a huge deal, but like I do think that this is kind of like enlightening for sure.
Man, I would hope it goes that route simply because of what you said, right? Like, there's more possibilities, but at the same time, dude, oh, congrats, Newbie, by the way. They just won.
Shut
Rangers,
up.
Yeah, Rangers just won.
Woo!
But yeah, like I was saying, is I would love for that so we can actually get, characters like Mephisto, but they won't cut China out completely. Like money is money at the end of the day, and China numbers, dude, that's big money. Now, did Doctor Strange do well? Absolutely, they killed it, but imagine how much more it could have made, and that's always the factor is they're gonna want the money. Money talks, bro.
Yeah.
So, do you think Marvel would turn down that money?
No, but at the same time, they have a product, they have a business to go and do. So like if they don't want to be a part of it and they're saying no to all this stuff, then you do have to look elsewhere. I think that this opens up, like I said, I'm I'm excited to see the newer characters or certain plot lines and character lines that they could go with, knowing that they don't have to worry about anything. It's like, hey, you don't want to see the movie? Don't fucking see the movie, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if Doctor Strange 2 is going to hit the $1 billion mark, though. I thought it was pretty close. Wasn't it like super close?
I didn't see the numbers, but I would imagine without, China and stuff like that. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also more countries as well that it was banned within as well.
Yeah, it was banned in a lot of like the Middle Eastern stuff, just simply because of America Chavez's character being a lesbian or bi. I can't remember. Yep. To be honest, like, grow the fuck up. Like, who cares? If it doesn't affect you, just let people live, man. Rangers 4-3. Sorry, Leaf fans. All right. Marvel writer explains how Clea's arrival sets up Doctor Strange's next story. So I didn't know this, and I've kind of started following these like writer slash producer deep info people. And I read that, then I read this article, and I was like, whoa. Like, they pretty much already have movie number 3 for Doctor Strange pretty much planned out. Also, there's already a Doctor Strange 4, which is like very interesting to me, because slow the fuck down, especially because Cumberbatch did say that he was taking like 8 to 10 months off acting. So when you do the math on that, it's not going to be 2023. They probably won't shoot or film until 2024, if that. Probably won't come out till 2025. You know, there's a lot of things there. So like, I think we're a far ways away. You've seen the movie. You know, Clea shows up. You know, it's Charlize Theron. It's a big star. It's a big name. The book has exploded. It's probably going to be on top 10 list tomorrow everywhere, especially cover price. I'm pretty excited for this, just simply because we know the relationship of Clea and Doctor Strange and where it can go. I'm super excited for this. Maybe this is where we get that sex scene.
No, stop.
What are your thoughts?
What are you doing here? But yeah, no, same, dude. There's tons of story to unfold, man. When there's tons of possibilities, especially with that post-credit scene, which I assume we're gonna speak once we get into your rating segment. But dude, I had no idea, first off, that they're already looking into planning Doctor Strange 4, but we did say on your show not too long ago that Marvel's got the next 10 years planned out. So It's very fitting and makes sense. How long ago did Doctor Strange drop? The first one? It was like, what, 4 years ago? Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I could see the next one already being planned out. There's a lot that is probably going to take place. Like, I could imagine that they're going to rush the next one sooner than later, probably within the next 3 to 4 years as well, because there's a lot unfolding within the MCU, and it would make sense for this movie to play into that timeline.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of timelines and movies, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 set photos confirm a major comic setting. I don't know if you read this one, man. This one was very interesting. I thought it was going to be more like Rocket Raccoon shit. But actually, in the article, it does say that there is, a lot of symbols and stuff. There are a turtle with a shell under his sweater and a woman with a squirrel-like face.
Really?
On an otherwise normal-looking street. Other costumes depict different types of animals, such as a bird, warhog, and a rabbit, with all actors photographed against a similar, urban background. Many fans were quick to take this as confirmation that the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie will introduce a fan favorite Marvel locale. So there's a possibility of a lot of new characters, but let's be real. We kind of know that this team is ending. We know that there's going to be, introduction of new characters. Adam Warlock is going to be in this movie, right? So possibilities are endless. I just hate it because as a speculator and flipping and all that, I'm just kind of like, fuck, like now I got to do more research, because when you do this, it just opens up like 50 new doors, right? So there's a lot, not to the extent of like, say, Spider-Verse, but still, new planet, squirrel-like, I'm assuming Squirrel Girl might be something people go after. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but
you might be surprised, but Squirrel Girl is super popular, man. Every time I go to Comic-Con here in Montreal, man, you see tons of cosplay of Squirrel Girl. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I
don't see that at all, man.
But I was like, I didn't even think people really wanted to be Squirrel Girl. Hey, but there you go.
Yeah.
First off, Thor 134. I mean, if you missed it, you missed that like years ago. High Evolutionary, we know that shit was gonna
Thor 134.
Yeah, man.
What's 134?
High Evolutionary.
Oh, right.
There.
No, it's
of course.
Is it 134 or
100%, dude? That book literally exploded again, like recently. It went back up, started spiking. But
is it 134? Okay. No, I thought it was 133 or 136 for whatever reason. But go on.
Don't mess with me.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, man. The character Squirrel Girl, just shedding light on that, dude. I guess I don't see it fitting in though with Guardians. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But then again, like Guardians does have some weird characters. But story wise, I'm just trying to
Dude, it's James Gunn, man. It's cosmic. Who the hell knows, right? It's just
no, I just want to see how that plays out. But yeah, no, like you said, there's a new team coming out of this. There's still the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that's going to drop, right? So I'm curious to see where that goes. But on this end of things with Guardians, and I don't know if you saw James Gunn, they wrapped it up. I think it was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Yeah.
Yeah, and that post, man, it hit all the feels, but it's strange. I don't know which direction they're going because he's putting it to rest. It's like with the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. So if they set off a new team, who's taking over? That's what I'm concerned about.
It
James Gunn,
like this character here.
no, but I'm not talking about characters. I'm talking about director because fucking James Gunn killed it, dude. I don't know who can take over and really bring that to the table. We'll see.
Especially if he, as rumored and what fans want is him to be, like Kevin Feige of, DC, right? So if he does go that route, but who knows? I mean, I'm sure Marvel will just throw money at him. So
yeah.
It's the mob. This team. So this is the last Guardians movie with this team.
Exactly. But James Gunn is also given his, goodbye on Guardians of the Galaxy projects. So with that and the holiday special, I think that's it. He's done, it seems. So
people just want attention, man. I don't know. Until a new movie or a new director or whatever, I won't believe it. So this is the same guy that said Adam Warlock wasn't coming. This is the same guy that said High Evolutionary's not coming. They're both coming. So
yes, I feel you.
All right, we got some sad news. And it's crazy because I get approached all the time. Like, Noob, did you give any of these shows, some love? Are you watching these shows all the time? Like, people love this show, man. I'm just kidding. Fuck, I can't even say it with a straight face. Both these shows, the first one, obviously, like that was just a disaster. With Bill Hader. Nothing against him. It's just that was just a shit show. And then Naomi. I mean, done. One, like, that's it, man. There was so much hype around Naomi, like going back to, her first appearance in the book last year. Like, I remember people going nuts for this book.
Yeah.
And now it's just going to be like nothing unless you're a big fan of the character, but like just 1 year for both of them. So what are your thoughts, man?
I have absolutely zero surprise on any of this news. Like, if you didn't see it coming, I really don't know what to say. I know that, I tried watching MODOK and
it's terrible, man.
It was rough. It was a rough watch. When I saw the trailer, and I remember it clear as day, man, because everybody was like, "Yo, pick up Naomi, man, pick up Naomi. There's a show dropping. It's gonna be huge." I didn't want any part of it. The second I saw the trailer, I almost puked on my dog. I was like, "This is horrendous. I don't know what direction this is going, but this looks horrible." And lo and behold, here we are. Like, no surprise. Look, decent character in comics. Naomi's actually a solid character within comics, but man, I don't know if it's just the CW curse, but it just didn't do it at all for me. From the trailer, I tried watching episode 1, and I'm like, screw this. I'm not doing this to myself. MODOK. Man, it was such a weird take. It's the whole robot chicken feel to it and stuff like that. I couldn't get behind it. If you're into that, by all means, but none of these were for me, so I really don't care.
Same. None of them were for me, man, and I didn't bother. The MODOK, I gave it 1 episode, and I don't even think I finished it, but I was like, yeah, this is just stupid. Like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So
you want to know which one surprised me? Hitmonkey. I don't know if you watched Hitmonkey. It actually surprised me. It took a few episodes, but then it got me into reading more of Hitmonkey comics, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But
no, that's a pass for me.
I'm just saying, if I had to put an episode, like a series within that range of these two, Hitmonkey is the winner.
CW is Sony to MCU.
Yeah.
I really liked Hit Monkey. Hit Monkey was tight. Yeah. So it seems like a lot of people like it. All right, guys. Time for the movie. Movie. Doctor Strange. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Maybe log off. Thanks for joining us. But time to talk about Doctor Strange. You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Oh man, I'll let you go first only because I don't know what direction you're gonna go in, and that's what scares me.
All right. Well, I at first gave it 8.75 out of 10.
Yeah, because you dropped. I saw this.
I gave it an 8.75 out of 10, and that was like leaving the theater. Like I literally made that post as I was leaving the theater, and then when I got home, wife asked me how my day was. Made my lunch for the next day. Passed out. Didn't think about updating it, but the whole ride home. And I lived like 20 minutes from the theater. The whole drive home, even the next morning, I was just like, it's not an 8.75. Like, there's no way. Like, it wasn't that good. And then just kept going back and forth. Did I like the movie? Yes, it was a great movie. It really was. I've had some people be like, dude, what'd you expect? Like Galactus and Silver Surfer and 50 characters. No, I personally didn't expect none of that. I just think that there was a lot of parts that were rushed. There was a lot of parts that they could have cut out. Usually I hate when I say like, oh, it moved pretty quick, right? Like it was like, boom. This one, right from the start, like you got to be in it, just simply because it starts off with a bang and it is all the way through, right? So I don't know. Was I excited to see America Chavez? Not really. I mean, I didn't really care for it. I've seen all the memes too, like, yeah, of course, give the Latina like, the ability to like cross borders or universes, right? I didn't really care too much for her. They really made her seem like a child, right? Like super. No, but like she wasn't like a mature child. And I don't know too much about America Chavez. I never read Vengeance. I don't know anything about the character, right? But they really made her to be like very childish, right? Until the end, and then at the end, it was, I don't know, man. Like when she's,
dude, they're setting her up into.
I know, but like it was so corny when like Doctor Strange in the zombies like, you can do this. I believe in you. And then she's just like, and it's like, and then like breaking stars. It's like, okay, you don't even know what your power is. You're just fucking punching air. Then you see like, it was just so much that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here, right? Especially to leave it at the end. There was no build up to the power. Like all she kept saying was like, I just don't know how to control it. I don't know how to control it. Like it wasn't like she practiced it or anything like that. So like, I don't know. It was pretty tough. I was, one of the first people to say, don't buy Avengers 7, a new Avengers 7. Stay away from that book. It's not going to mean anything. Trust me. Teams don't really mean anything. Don't jump on that bandwagon. Don't. Leading up to the movie, I had a lot of people, and I always keep my mouth shut. I won't say names. I had people leading up to the movie saying, Noob, this is your last chance to get this book, man. It's going to be massive. You're making a big mistake. Not only did the Illuminati not turn out to be what everybody wanted, but in that world where Illuminati exists, now there could be another Illuminati, but in this world, Illuminati's done. It's dead. They're done.
Yeah.
Not to say these characters can't show up, because I doubt that they threw money at John Krasinski just to do fucking 2 minutes in a Marvel movie and be like, all right, later. I don't see that happening. So I think these characters will be around in a different universe, but I don't think the Illuminati is going to be anything. I think they really played on that on everybody, right? Like I feel bad for the people that have like 900 copies of this and can't sell one now. I really do. Wanda was amazing in it. I didn't really think they gave her justice, like how she just kind of killed herself at the end. I think the ending was a little rushed. And I wouldn't have mind if it was like kind of like 2-parter. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have to tell you it was 2 parts, but if it was going to be, I think they could have done it a 2-parter. Obviously, I've always said, especially in Spider-Man with the Venom, if the best part of a movie is your end credit, that's a problem. Not to say that the end credit in this movie was the best thing about the movie.
Hell no.
But that's one of the biggest things that people are taking away from it, right? any conversation I've had with the movie is like, yeah, Clea, man, Clea. So I don't know. I just, looking back on it, like comparing it to like other movies that I have in like my top 3, top 4, top 5, I wouldn't put this one in my top. I wouldn't put this one in my top 5. I wouldn't move any of the ones that I have in there already. And that says a lot because I was on this show like 2 months ago saying, this is probably going to be one of those movies we look back and say is number 1 or number 2. And I don't think that it moved the needle at all. So yeah.
Well, I want to say I agree on certain points, definitely not America Chavez, but was the movie rushed? Yes. Was there things that could have been played out? I think a 2-part movie would have been way too much, especially if that's the ending we would have gotten. I think you would have been even more disappointed, given that you're already disappointed. I think Sam Raimi was the perfect choice to put together this movie. The eeriness, all of the Raimi mind thrown into this movie, and you could feel when his presence was there, dude. Like, his touch was spot on. I absolutely loved it. Dude, the battle at fucking Kamartaj was insane. Like, when Wanda whispers in that guy's ear, she's like, run. And dude, like, all these scenes, like the reflections, cover the reflections, she comes through like the ring. Dude, it was wild. It was something that Marvel went out of their comfort zone. This was out of their box. This is a whole new approach, and I think they did a good job for a first, man. I don't think they did too bad. Defender Strange, because you did the whole mouth thing. He actually, Doctor Strange says something that like really stood out to me, because he buries the body in front of Chavez, and she's like, "Are you just gonna bury the body?" And he's like, "I've buried worse." Bro, was there a Doctor Strange 1.5 we never saw? Like, I want to know, what has he buried that was
maybe
worse?
like monsters or memories,
I want to know. But yeah, man, there's the movie's great. It's well put together. I give it an 8. If I have to grade on 10, I would say an 8. Is it a top 5 movie? No, it's not a top 5 movie for me, but I thought it was a good movie. There was a lot. Yes. There, I know you're gonna highlight it, and there it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Good night.
Now let's kick Carolina's ass. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. They got an AHL goalie. Let's kick their ass.
Oof. But yeah, man, there was tons of good stuff that took place within this movie. So I do think that it had its key moments. Is it top 5 in the MCU? I don't think so. Nowhere close. But good movie, and it sets up for a lot of what's taking place afterwards. Right, already everybody's getting talks. I know there's a lot of backlash towards the whole Illuminati stuff. Look, do we get the Illuminati down the road? Who knows? Within the 616 world of the MCU, we'll see. But when it comes to setup, the incursion talk and the emphasis on the incursion, everybody knows where this is headed. Everyone's watching the spec videos. Everybody knows. Secret Wars is very close. It's closer than we think, right? So this is a movie that just projects and it sets up the next batch of stuff, all tying in. It closed up a lot of stuff that's been left open since WandaVision. It's going to tie into Loki. This was an important movie within the timeline. Is it a masterpiece? No. If you're walking into it thinking it's a masterpiece, no. But it's an important movie within the MCU. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. And look, I don't want to get it, a little twisted here. I know in the comments, a lot of people are like, "What do you expect?" Like, wasn't expecting much. I also do think that, unfortunately, the spoiling of this kind of maybe ruined it, like the surprise, right? That aspect maybe took it away, and you'll never be able to like kind of compare if like you went into the movie without knowing that. Maybe you came out thinking it was bad, like just that goes through my mind. So I don't know. I'm going to be doing a better job when Thor comes out in July, because that is the next movie, to probably stay away from spoilers. I kind of want to rekindle that, like, you know, the love for it, like going to see the movie. But I can't help it. Obviously, I like knowing some spec, you know, if you can flip a few books or be ahead of the curve. Yeah, 100%. But I do notice in the last like 2 or 3 movies, this one, Spider-Man, even Black Widow, just some of the excitement was kind of taken away. Cause like, dude, when John Krasinski showed up, like I was just like, my body, my mind, my heart, like, you know, just like my soul, I guess.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's funny because the group of people, even Hyper was with me, but the group of people that I was with, I was one of the only ones with Pacino who was there. We had seen the spoilers, so we knew everything that was happening. And I shit you not, even when you saw Krasinski show up as Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, dude, I still screamed with everybody else in the theater, probably even louder, like what? Like
I didn't, man, because I was just kind of like, I already knew this was happening. Like I saw it, so like it just, the excitement was gone.
but dude,
So I started looking like in the background because I knew that it was there. So I'm like, oh, maybe something's in the background. There's got to be something in the back, you know, like just for, you know, thinking between the lines too much. And
but
yeah, I just didn't like it. I wish I could have, because there was people that were clapping. You know,
oh, dude,
I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
what the ovations?
yeah, it's like, yo, we didn't land in a plane or anything. Like,
Yeah, but
we're
dude,
just watching a movie.
it's the moment, man. Yo, I shit you not, man. Infinity War Endgame always stand out to me, no matter what show I'm on. I always say this: we went to a theater and watched the villain win. Everybody was like, "What the hell?" When Endgame took place and fucking Cap has the hammer, I swear to God, everybody was buzzing, and I was like, "Yo, this is madness!" You saw all that unfold in front of you. It was awesome, great experience. I love it. I love it, man. Even with this movie, the ovations and shit like that, it was amazing. Andrew Garfield shows up in Spider-Man, amazing.
The only motivate, the only uh, you know, clapping that I loved was at the end of Endgame, where they do all the characters and then they leave Iron Man for the end, and everybody was just standing and clapping. I mean, some of us were crying, but most of us were standing and clapping. So
Okay, so you know what we'll do? We'll meet up. We'll meet up and watch. Let's watch Thor together. Because I swear to God, when there's a big moment, I'm just gonna grab you and be like, "Ah!" We're gonna wake you up. We're gonna wake you up.
all right, we'll go, man. We'll go July 8th. So make it happen.
I'm game. But dude, all in all, like I said, great movie. I understand why people hated it.
Yeah,
And it's okay. It's
I think
totally
I think what most people are saying is it was rushed, right? It felt rushed, the originality and things like that. So I mean, like I said, it's not a terrible movie. Did it move the needle to move one of my top 5 existing movies? No, I think my top 5 still stays the same. Is this one in the top 10? Yeah, maybe like 9 or 10, somewhere around there. But yeah, I don't think it moved the needle as like the top movie of Marvel thus far. So
What is your top? Don't say Iron Man. I'm gonna lose it.
no, not in like order. I would put like Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War.
But okay, so that's my question, bro. Endgame, is it just because of the ending? Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of fucking filler shit for 2 hours.
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed
It's
it.
important storytelling, but
I enjoyed
is
it.
it a top movie?
I enjoyed it. I also got Spider-Verse in there, and I know it's Sony, but like comic book movie,
Hey,
right? Not Marvel,
it
like
counts.
comic book movie. I've got that in there, and then I've got The Dark Knight also in there as well. Those are
Yeah,
in no order, just those are my top 5 for sure.
I
Yeah.
feel you.
So none of those movies would, you know, this one wouldn't move any of those for me. So,
Yeah, understandable.
yeah. If you're wondering, Noob, what about like Captain Marvel or Venom 2? However many movies there are, those all share last place. So just so we're clear, just because I don't, you know, somebody might be asking that or wondering that. So
Yeah.
Now you got me thinking. Hold on. It's Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War, Spider-Verse.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Civil Wars. or sorry, Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
Spider-Verse, and then Batman. So that's 5 or 6 right there. Yeah. So in no order, that's literally it. Michael saying Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, Guardians, and Winter Soldier. Yeah. Dude, it shames me to say that Winter Soldier is one of my favorite ones, but it is. It's a great movie. So.
It's weird because I can't pick a top 5. I can't pick a top 10. But my number 1 is always Infinity War. That for me is the way everything played out from front to back.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I've said this a few times, and it's not a joke. And some people think it's a joke because sometimes I'll meet people or like I'll have conversations, on Instagram and stuff like that with certain people. I kid you not, I think Ant-Man is gonna be a top 5 movie.
Oh, Quantumania. 100%.
Yeah. I think that movie is gonna go down. Like, I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. I don't think people are giving it respect. With confirmation, right, 2 years ago that Kang is gonna show up in that movie, even though we don't know at what volume, what variant, whatever.
Yeah.
With the quantum realm, that like I think that movie is gonna be fucking nuts, and I can't wait for that movie.
I think that movie gets us one step closer to Secret Wars.
Yeah, I hope, man. I mean, I just want to see Fantastic Four, but it's biased, right? So
everyone's saying, Secret Wars, the Hickman run, Doctor Doom was, God with Battle World, and iconic moment in that run is when he like really just, he rips fucking Thanos's entire skeleton out from him. But how would you feel if it was Kang? Kang is behind the Secret Wars.
I think that's the way they're building this up, unless they're gonna have 2 villains go at the same time. You know what I mean? So like,
because the Beyonder, I don't think is gonna end up being within it. I don't see the character.
I don't see it either. I think they could use them down the road, 100%. But if they're building up for Secret Wars, that's a 5 to 8 to 10 year project. So you're not seeing him. Luckily, Fantastic Four, 319, Secret Wars 1, 3, depending on what side you're on, are very cheap right now. They're going down in price, right? So yeah, it just doesn't seem that way. So depends. It goes back to patience, right? Like, are you patient enough to hold those books if you got to wait 10 years? I just think that with Kang and all the possibilities and all the variants, they could drag this out so much, right? And that's the problem, because like, he's already been introduced way more than Thanos has in the beginning, right? Where we just got little, snippets, and then, it came, full on. Where this one is kind of like, we already got him. We already know it's coming. He's already confirmed for Ant-Man as well. So it's just interesting to see. That kind of leads me to think that they might have 2 bad guys going at the same time, 2 villains, because they might go female. Who knows? But yeah, they could throw a curveball, man. And Kevin Feige is not shy to do that. So
no, for sure. And I'm just spitballing, okay? I just feel like, like you said, Feige actually came out saying that Sylvie, Loki, that really is what kicked off all the mess up of the MCU. So I just feel like everything's going to tie now to that. We just got closure with WandaVision. Quantumania is going to tie into Loki for sure. Where, Kang, I really think it sets up Secret Wars to some extent. And then after Secret Wars, whatever unfolds with Kang and all of that stuff, we'll set the timeline back to normal with the characters. And then I really think maybe that's when Arishem from, the Eternals comes back to judge again, because he says he would.
And then Black Knight comes out, and then that Avengers 48 is like a $2,000 book again in 7.0. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I can't wait. Obviously, we've talked in the past already of how Marvel is already done 10 years in advance their projects. So not to say that they're done and completed, but like they've already looked 10 years into the future, and they've already dictated and kind of made their mind up on what they want. So it's going to be very interesting to see, man. Out of the projects that are coming up in the next like month or two, is there one that kind of you're more excited for than the other. So we got Obi-Wan Kenobi, we got Miss Marvel, and then we got Thor. Is there one of those three that kind of sticks out more than the others?
Thor, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Thor is gonna look. A lot of people are like kind of skeptical with the trailer because it seemed very like funny and whatnot. I think that they did that intentionally, just to give us a little bit of a teaser because they really gave us everything we already knew within the trailer. I really think the next one, the final one, is going to be a complete curveball because we're going to see gore. And I think Gore's side of the trailer is going to show something way more serious. Like, okay, now we need to brace ourselves for what we're about to see unfold.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. Don't miss the fact that I did say I think Miss Marvel is going to be underrated. I think there's going to be something good to come out of that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see. All right, guys, that's the show. That is New Comic Book Day 92. 8 more till the century mark. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Everybody in the comments, everybody in the chat. If you're watching this on the rewind, wherever in the future, Planet Z, Pluto, whatever the case may be. Thanks, man. Tuesday, Rocksteady and I are going to be talking about the best value. So we're going to be taking a top 10 list of the under $50 best value list. You don't want to miss it because some of these books you might have passed, but just some of the books that we think under $50 you should be looking out for. So it's going to be a good show. Again, joined by Rocksteady, so make sure you guys go follow him. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., just before the show, I got a Whatnot sale, so make sure you guys go check it out. Follow me at Newbie_Comics. There's some good stuff there, some good deals. If you're looking for something, just let me know. If you don't like Whatnot, hey, I'm not forcing you to go. Don't worry. And then, so 7:30 to 8:30 will probably be the Whatnot show. And then 9:35 regular time will be the YouTube show. So make sure you guys come hang out. Now, BC, let the people know. Where can they find you and what's going on in your world?
Dan Delatorre, dude. Look at that. See, I love this, man. Guys, second you're done watching us here tonight, head on over to the search bar and write Comic Kingpins. Hit subscribe. 500 subscriber giveaway going down. Once we get there, we're getting close. Tomorrow, we got previously on, so we're going to be doing... I just got a box back from CGC. I waited 6 months for this shit, and I finally got it back. So I'm going to do a live unboxing to kick off the show. And then you know how we do. We kick into comic news. We do trade center segments. So we're going to be hanging out, having a good time tomorrow, man. So come check us out. No.
You know. But yeah, Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Comic Kingpins. Go follow them. Again, it's always a pleasure having you on, BC.
Yeah, buddy.
Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys. Hit me up. You guys want to talk? Hey, yo, 9th's coming in as we are leaving. 9th, I appreciate you, man. That's the show, man. New Comic Book Day in the works, in the wrap. Newbie 43 or 93 next week. Whatnot Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Under $50 value spec to go buy. Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. That's the show. Any last words, BC?
Love you, bro. Had a good time.
Go Rangers.
Fuck that.
Sorry, Leafs.
I don't love you anymore. It's over.
You're out.